Hi, I didn't know you were there. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Baone. I hope that you stay. I hope that you don't have a snacks tendency of using people, and by using people I mean just watching one video and then leaving. I hope that you like, comment and subscribe, okay, because you're a good person. Thank you. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Today we're doing a makeup video. I'm gonna be reviewing, well, I'm not gonna be reviewing it, but I will be reviewing it. Hey, I'll be reviewing it. I'll tell you guys what I think because my opinion is valid. Exactly. I'm going to be reviewing the Revlon Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing Skincare and Makeup Primer. That was a mouthful. That was not the first take. I had to practice. Either way, stay tuned to see how I achieve this look and what I think of the primer in general. Out the Revlon Photoready Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing Primer. I'm a little bit late. It's new bottle. I'm gonna be using about that much. I don't really know how much to use because it is the first time that I use it. For all I know, this could be too much. The claims of this primer are pretty much straightforward. It mattifies and it reduces the appearance of pores. It does mattify, I can already see it. I really hope that my skin doesn't react negatively to this. Or also before this, I washed my face and I did my normal skincare routine. I will see if this primer works well with this product as well. Like I was saying, I hope that this primer doesn't, or my skin doesn't react negatively to this primer, because if I'm being honest, I don't have very great skin and I like myself the least. Well, I liked myself the least when I had bad skin. I remember at the beginning of this lockdown, my skin started breaking out and I panicked. I panicked because I didn't want to go back there. It was terrible, in all honesty. And it was the first time that I ever admitted to anybody that I like myself the least when I have bad skin. I'm going to be using the Maybelline FitMe foundation. I'm going to use a brush to apply it on my face. So like I was saying, I have very bad skin naturally. Because I had my very first breakout when I was in like grade 5. And I thought that was normal, you know, my body is changing. My body is changing. People get breakouts around this age, it will go away. 6 years later, it was still there. Well, it was until like when I graduated, so like maybe 5 years later, it was still there. Yeah, it was in grade 10, so it was 5 years. I started taking Ortane in grade 10, and this was because I had tried everything. From every face wash that was recommended to, I don't know, toners and different types of skincare routines. Nothing that I applied on my face, like no lotion, no primer, no, why would I say primer? I meant to say toner, worked. And that's when my doctor prescribed Ortane. And when I started out, I took 10 milligrams and it worked. when my skin started clearing up, I was actually very, very happy, because the worst part about having terrible skin for me was when I'd be out and about, regardless of where I was, and someone would make mention of it. That is so much foundation. Someone would make mention of it, and it's things like that that made my confidence take a knock. I couldn't just be a child, really, because I knew for a fact that someone was going to mention it, and someone always mentioned it. And what made it worse was that some of the people that were mentioning it were not mentioning it because they had a solution to offer. They were mentioning it because they wanted to mention it. And I never understood, like, why is it that when you notice something that is negative or something that you don't like with somebody's appearance, and it's something that they can't change, why do you feel the need to mention it? Because surely I know that I have really bad acne. I know that the scars are really bad. I know that I have inflammation in some areas. I know. And what made it more confusing was that it was older people. Surely you should know better. Surely you should know better, because umdala. I mean, I have a mirror at home. I saw myself when I left the house. I see myself every day, and I don't like it either. Do you think I would have all these scars, these pimples on my face if it was in my control? And then you want to come and say, oh, your skin, my skin ing, my people. Anyways, I remember the other day, my mom has this friend that has a child that's about to go into the adolescent stages, and she asked what to do to get rid of pimples, and I couldn't even offer an answer because I've tried it all. I don't know what a normal person should use on their skin, because my skin was not normal. I'm just gonna blend it in with this beauty blender just to make sure that there are no streaks and that my foundation is as seamless as possible. Before I started using Ortane, I tried different things, all these face wash things that were recommended, facial scrubs, you name it, I've tried it. And of course I was giving myself my skin time to try and adjust to the products, but they weren't working. Some of them didn't do anything at all. Some of them made my skin worse. And the ones that made my skin worse were the ones that really broke my heart, because what am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? And I thought that adults would know better, because that sort of thing does a whole lot of damage to a child's confidence. And it's because of those remarks that I constantly had this thought in the back of my mind that they're looking at my skin. That is the first thing that they notice. And it was terrible, in all honesty. It was terrible, and that's why I panicked when my skin started breaking out again. When lockdown started, I even cried. I really even cried. Like, I didn't want to go back there. It was horrible. It was truly horrible. Next, I'm going to be taking my L.A Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn to highlight under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, well, the bridge of my nose, and my chin.
Another thing that made, like, having terrible skin, well, it didn't make it worse, but I didn't like hearing it. And I didn't like hearing it from a concealer and my own. I didn't like hearing it from a specific group of people. I didn't like it when, well, not that I didn't like it, but it didn't help, it didn't make it better. When people with great skin say things like, oh, your scars make you beautiful, you know, they're part of your story. They make you beautiful. What do you mean they make me beautiful? They make me beautiful. And lupa mo na because linalil sa linzing pila or narang. Kumasafil.
And the whole time I'm just like, ma'am, what do you mean they make me beautiful? Please, I beg, uba mo na to wena, uba mo na. It sucked completely, and getting the help that I needed was really one of the greatest things that could ever happen for me, because once I had clear skin, honey. But one thing with using Ortane is that, hold on, let me just start blending all of this out and I'll continue. Yeah, I'm just gonna blend this out with a brush. It's an angled brush, and it's a little bit less dense than the foundation brush that I used. One thing about using Ortane is that it's not a permanent solution. Once you stop taking it, after some time, your skin starts breaking out again. And when I took Ortane for the first time in grade 10, it really did well, like with regards to clearing up my skin. And I also found like products that were compatible as well. Well, not that they were compatible, I just tried to use products that weren't very harsh on my skin, and that helped too, I think, you know, because one of the side effects of Ortane is very, very, very frail skin. So I could not use products that were going to be harsh on my skin, because once I blend out my concealer, I take my banana powder from Revolution to set the concealer. I leave my nose for last because it helps me fake a nose job. If I'm keeping it real, I do not like my nose, not at all. It's one of the things that I used to feel horrible about. And if I'm being honest again, I'm probably gonna get a nose job. But for now, this is the only nose job that I can afford. So, yeah. Before I set my concealer with the banana powder, I take a smaller beauty sponge and I use it to dab underneath my eyes, just to blend in further so that these lines under my eyes do not appear. Because when they appear, it means that my concealer is creasing, and we don't want that. So what I do is that I take a fluffy brush and I dip it in the powder and I just under my eyes, the places that I want to set. Just sweep. Like so. And it sets the concealer in place. As I was saying, I know that you guys don't like James, nah, because he says something, he did something, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention, but I know the gist of it. All I'm saying is that it's not enough to make me stop using a palette that I bought with my money. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this brush and I'm just gonna go around the perimeters of my face. Okay, you can already start seeing the difference. And I do this because I prefer not to have very dark contour. When I go for a softer and simpler look, this is what I do, which is what I'm trying to achieve today. You'll notice that my face is not heavily highlighted. It's just a simple look. I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. Once that is done, you can see the difference. I blend out the concealer that is on my nose. Okay, I then take my eyeshadow brush to contour my nose. And the reason that I use an eyeshadow brush for this is, I mean, if it works perfectly when I blend out my eyeshadow, then surely it'll work perfectly when I blend out my nose contour. And I don't want any harsh lines to show. So, and then just over there, just to make it look like, you know, yeah, it's a nose job at home. Next, I use a brush that's like this to apply my blush to my cheeks. I use a blush that's a shade that looks like a burnt orange, and that's because I don't want to look pink. So I just do that, and it's there, but it's not there. Now that the basics of my skin are done, I'm just gonna do my eye look off camera and then I'll be back. I haven't done anything to my eyebrows. I didn't fill them in. They naturally fall, and I don't think that I'm gonna fill them in. I'll see. I ended up filling in my eyebrows just a little bit. I did my eyeshadow, I stuck on my lashes, did my eyeliner off camera, my lips as well. Now I'm just gonna apply my highlights. Apply it on the bridge of my nose as well. Nose drop in full effect. I'm gonna highlight my brow bones and my cheeks, or my cheekbones, and I'll be back. Okay guys, this is the finished look. This wasn't a full tutorial. I just wanted to focus on the skin because I was reviewing the primer and I don't really like it because, I'll tell you why. My pores are still wide open and they're still very much visible, and there's absolutely no need for anyone's pores to be this visible. And the foundation doesn't stay in one place, it moves around a little bit, but overall it wasn't too bad really. I think I'll try it out with another foundation maybe and see how that works out. With foundation from Revlon, maybe that will work out because I used the foundation from Maybelline. Yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. If you want full tutorials, you just let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not gonna put them up if you don't say I must put them up. I'm not gonna put up content that no one's gonna watch. Anyways, as I was saying, let me know if you want full tutorials, like as in everything included. Let me know if you want a brow tutorial or anything. Yeah, if you don't say so, I'm not gonna upload it. Like, you're gonna upload your content that say really long. And yeah, please like this video, please comment down below what you thought of it, what you'd like to see on this channel, and tell other people, tell your friends to come watch, tell them to tell their friends, tell them to tell their family members, tell them to tell everybody. See you next week. Bye loves.